Hi, I'm out here at the California State Capitol in Sacramento. There's construction behind me. Those are some administrative buildings. You can also see the Sacramento Bridge right there, and the Capitol's back there. There's also the California State Gardens, which is on the other side, so we'll go through that after we go inside. It's right now around 11:15, 11:20-ish. I'm going to go inside for a tour soon. The tour starts at noon. I'll let you know what I learned. I'll probably take some videos while I'm inside, hopefully. Get my passport stamp. We're coming up towards the front now. I'm going to show you some of the seals that they have on the floor here, which is pretty cool. This one is for the native peoples, which you can see. And then over here, they have the seal of the state of California. So you can see gold miners, bear, Athena, boats. And here is a seal for the Mexicans, for the Mexican territory that it was. Right now I'm walking around the Capitol grounds, so you can see the main front entrance, the pretty one side there. And then there's the side entrances here, which have the scanners so you can get in. There's like the front doors are closed. So we're gonna walk around to go past the construction and then get a peek of the state gardens. And then I'm gonna head inside to do the tour. Here we are at the Capitol Gardens. I'm gonna go look at the trees and let you know what I learned. I know nothing so far. But yeah, so far this park is nice. There's nice trees, there's nice shade, there's benches. I like it. Oh, there's a statue. I'm gonna go look at the statue. So there's a lot more seals, like down around. So you can see all those. All different seals for I think the different nations that were here. So you can see that. And there's a cross on a wood cross there, I'd imagine to commemorate. Let me read and get back to you. Yeah, so it's commemorating all the native lives that were lost. It's not a specific person, but a representation of all the natives that suffered from the colonization. Really cool tree. There's an Australian tree, which makes sense as to why I've never seen anything like it before. I just finished up at the Capitol Gardens, and now we're going to go to inside the Capitol, which is down the street that way. Thank you.
What does the owl represent? Wisdom is correct. Why do owls represent wisdom? Any ideas? That is correct. They have a symbol for the goddess Athena, also known as Minerva for Roman culture. Now, Minerva is actually really important to California because you see, she sits directly on our state seal. In fact, she was the woman with the spear and shield that was down on the tile work down the first floor. Now, the reason she's everywhere in the building and on every single one of California's seals is because she herself is a symbol for California. You see, when we were just formed as a state, we had a very unique history. You see, we were joining at the end of the Mexican-American War when a treaty was signed seceding California over to the U.S. Now, because of this, it was meant to take 2 years before this to go into effect. So we were meant to join as the territory of California in 1850. But between 1848 and 1850, something major happens. Anyone know what happens in 1849? Gold rush. That is correct. Well, when gold is discovered somewhere, what's the number one thing most people want to do?
Right there.
Go in, dig it up, find gold, strike it rich. Well, that means they're coming here. And as people come here, our population is skyrocketing. And the thing about being a territory of the U.S., if you hit a threshold of population, you can apply for statehood. Well, because of the gold rush, we hit that threshold and exceed it. And we're not even a territory yet. So when we apply for statehood, well, we get it. But we get it as we join the U.S., making us not the territory of California, but the 31st state. We jump ahead of the line. We skip over the childhood stage of statehood. Much like Athena or Minerva, the goddess of wisdom. When she is born, she springs from her father's head fully formed. She was never a kid. And because of that symbolism, she was chosen as one of our state symbols. That's the reason her owl sits here on our lovely door. Welcome now to the Assembly Gallery. This is where the Assembly meets Mondays and Thursdays generally to go ahead and be in session. They all sit right down there at all 80 of those original desks who have been here since 1869, 5 years older than parts of this building. Yes, those desks there predate parts of this building because this is one of the rooms that they moved in right as soon as we had a ceiling.
Hi, I'm here in upstate Sacramento, and I wanted to give a sort of summary on my thoughts on the city. I had a good time visiting. The city is very pretty, and the people there are really nice. The Capitol experience itself was also good. There was a lot of tourists there, and it was very well designed for you to get in, learn a lot, and then get out. There's also a riverfront area, which I wish I had more time and I was able to go to and actually explore. And it seems to be the more touristy area about it. I think that if you're in like the Bay Area or anywhere near there, it's definitely worth a visit, maybe even a full weekend trip, because there's a lot of stuff that I wish that I could see, but that didn't. Something that I learned is that there was a great flood that flooded a lot of the city. This affected both the construction of the capital and the city itself. So what they ended up doing was actually building a second city on top of the first city. So there's places where you can go down into tunnels and actually look around and see where the old city used to be. I wasn't able to do that during my trip, but I'd recommend you checking out when you go. That said, when I went to one of the cocktail bars, the bartender there told me that he liked it how it was just locals, and even though Sacramento was getting nicer, he didn't want any tourists to show up. So please don't go. And with that, I had a really good time, and on to Carson City. See you there.